if you are bad to Acanne, you come back better. I go to Acanne. I come back. Whoa!
Yeah. Every time.
Yes.
Every time. No matter how tired I am, every time I go,
Is this?
I feel great afterwards. There was no message yesterday, right?
No, because the Mestre is travel.
Yeah,
So some other things happen now.
He has his own life.
It's my Mestre.
Yeah, but I needed my message. I had Dodi Bahiga. I needed my message. I'm telling you now, I've never seen that in my life. But that, oh my God, desculpa. I'm getting excited thinking about it. We're doing something here. You understand? It's crazy for me.
Acanne é de verdade. It is true. Acanne is true.
If I wasn't doing capoeira in Acanne, we probably wouldn't have this kind of conversation where we're talking about capoeira, but we're talking about culture and we're talking about the different things. We had like a good half an hour conversation before we recorded about t-shirts, how important the t-shirt is, you know, and it's like all of these things that come together. But let's start the show. Let's start the intro anyway. So yeah, I'll just speak to the comunidade. E aí, beleza, vindo, what's up, what's good, and welcome back to the Brazilian podcast with me, your host, Stephen, reporting live from Salvador, Bahia, and we are very lucky today because we are being joined by musician, artist, teacher, capoeirista, and my good friend, Luan Sodré, from Acanne Capoeira. So yeah, Luan, it's a pleasure to have you here, man. Appreciate you, my guy.
Thank you.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah.
Today.
Good. Yeah, it's so weird. We've been talking for ages, but I'm saying things like "How are you?" and stuff like this. Is like stuff for the camera, you know. How are you? Long time, you know. Compliment all this stuff. But yeah, I met Luan at the Acanne Capoeira group in Salvador, Bahia, in the center of Salvador, and yeah, he was a really nice guy when I met him, and I asked him if he could take part in talking about what capoeira is for our comunidade, his insights, his experiences, and yeah, we spoke a little bit about the Mestre, who gave us the thumbs up, which I thought was great because I spoke to him and he was like, yeah, if you can find people that were up for doing it, that's great. And I spoke to yourself. And I spoke to some other people too that, you know, unfortunately some of them couldn't make the dates, and some people were just like, you know what, I'm not too sure if I feel comfortable with my English level and stuff like that, which is totally great. I said, okay, we'll probably do a mixture of Portuguese and English. Okay. Anyway, okay. Luan, how long have you been at Acanne, and was it your first capoeira experience?
I think I start capoeira in Acanne in 2017, maybe.
Okay.
And quasi 10 years.
Yeah.
It is near 10
getting
years.
Close, yeah.
Yes, close, 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you when you first started, did you fall in love straight away?
Repeat, please.
When you first started, was it like automatic? Yes, I love it. I'm here to stay.
Okay.
Or was it slow?
It's very interesting to me because my relationship with Acanne is very crazy because change for a long time, because the beginning I look for physical exercise,
Yeah.
and my relationship is different of relationship I have today. Before I went to the academy, uh,
The
do
gym.
my gym, do my train, and okay,
Yeah.
né? For sometimes I stop the capoeira, after return come back to capoeira, and sometimes I was trained very hard.
Yeah.
Other times I don't train. uh, so it's very my relationship with Acanne have been changed
Yeah.
along the time. Is each time is each time.
Oh, okay. Not each time is stronger. It's just
Yeah,
sometimes it's like this. Sometimes it's like this.
yes.
When you stop, is it because you need to take a break from capoeira, or is it like work, or is it like when you have the pause? Like why?
Why?
Yeah.
Like you spoke, I am a teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this time I work in different places, different works. Né? Um, sometimes I work in other cities. Okay?
Right. Yeah.
Some cities is very far to Salvador, like 12 hours with bus.
And it's still in Bahia.
Bahia,
Oh my
like
gosh.
Nápoles, for example. So is the moment is very difficult to me train and
Yeah.
continuous in Acanne, and I had a break, a little break in my relationship with Acanne, and after I return, but generally my problems to break a capoeira is about my work,
Yeah.
my difficult to train or for enfim, não estar em Salvador.
Yeah, yeah. If you're not in Salvador, then yeah, it's
yes,
impossible.
yes.
Actually, I do remember a few times that you would when I was coming at the beginning, that you would come at the very end of like the class. Chegaria, sei lá, no passado. Você estava chegando, só pegando o final da aula. Às vezes eu vi
Sim.
você chegando.
Yes, yes.
Aí eu pensei,
Sim.
ele chegou pra o quê? Eu pensei isso. I was thinking, why did he come if it's only at the end? And this is like when I first, like maybe this is like the first or second week. So I'm like, people love this place, man.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah, it is interesting because it's about what you look for at Acanne.
right.
If I want training, maybe I arrive late. But if I look for other things like my energy, my ancestrality, my connection with their community is okay.
Yeah.
I arrive.
Yeah. When you arrive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Acanne, to me, Acanne begin with training capoeira, physical exercise.
Yeah.
But today, Acanne to me is more than physical exercise.
Yeah.
Is about my ancestrality, is about my connection with my history, is about connection with community, né? A black community in Salvador, a black community in your in a country very racist.
Yeah. Very racist.
So it's very important a country with place.
Yeah.
How do you how you spoke now? Whoa, why people like this place?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's about this. Is Acanne is a health place to me and to other people too.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. My. We have to repeat a lot of things that we said off camera, but we did speak off camera about my first lesson, and my first class was basically that's when I fell in love, because what had happened was I was part of a capoeira group in Salvador many years ago that was based basically where the Mestre lives, the same area. So I knew about him. People would talk about Mestre Renê, Acanne.
Yes.
I would follow them on social media, and I was like, it looks great. But I was already part of a group. So I was like, okay, well, you can't change groups. This doesn't make sense. I mean, that's wrong, right? Do people do that? Change group.
Change group.
Tipo, você tá nesse grupo e você muda para esse grupo
sim,
e depois
sim,
você,
sim.
tipo... Pra mim isso é uma... Eu não sei, mas parece tipo uma vira-casaca e não pode fazer isso. Eu tenho pra mim que você não pode fazer isso, mas what's the rules? Pessoas podem fazer isso?
I think people can do this. I think people can do this, but I don't know if it's good. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's good, but there is different problems to people change group. So
Yeah, it's different reasons to change group.
I don't feel comfortable to say can or cannot.
Yeah.
But I think not good because like think about a group is a group, is a community, is my brother.
Yeah.
There is a family, né? Acanne has maybe is a one of the importance of Acanne is a family. Family is very important to Acanne.
Yeah.
So Acanne today is a family to many people. Many people, I think, né? My opinion.
Yeah.
My opinion.
You're right, but yeah,
I
your
think,
opinion.
yes.
But yeah, you're correct. But
I think many people stay at Acanne because the possibility of to have a family.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Acanne is a family to many people that for some question
reason, yeah.
don't live with your biological family. So other question important is our linhagem. How do you say linhagem in English?
Our alliance, our connection, em qual sentido?
Mestre Aberrê, Mestre Canjiquinha, Mestre Paulo dos Anjos, Mestre Renê. Ok.
Lineage.
Lineage.
Yeah.
Lineage. Yes. Yeah. Lineage. So, for all questions, I think maybe don't is good change group. Okay. Because this características.
Yeah.
But if is necessary,
yeah, if it's necessary. Yeah, I had to change group. Unfortunately, it was necessary. But yeah, and also I'd left the country. I was back in the UK. I was back in the UK, still following on social media, saying one day I'm gonna go to Acanne. Now that I'm not with this group, I'm gonna go and give it a try. It looks cool, you know. Acanne Capoeira. If you go on social media, the place looks energetic. It looks cool. It looks colorful.
Yes.
You know, it looks amazing. You know, so you kind of do want to go. And like you said, there's so much diversity, so many different types of characters there, that it's like, wow.
Okay, but I think is a characteristic of Acanne. Acanne is like how do you say fabric or oficina?
Factory.
Yes, like a factory about made happiness.
Yeah.
Alegria.
Yeah, happiness, joy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what the Mestre show in social media is what Acanne made of.
Yeah.
Okay? Or Acanne do.
It's what Acanne is made of, is what Acanne does. Yeah, it's what you see is what it is. It's true. It's 100%. It's authentic. It's genuine. It's not just for the cameras. Yeah. You know.
Sometimes o mestre say if you are bad, come to Acanne.
Yeah.
Come to Acanne. You can back better.
Yeah.
Whoa. It's true. It's true.
In so many ways.
I live it. I live it this.
Yeah.
I sometimes I was bad. I don't go to Acanne. I'm bad.
I'm tired. I don't want to go to Capoeira today. No, yeah, it's not a good idea.
I remember the best say, if you are bad to Acanne, you come back better. I go to Acanne. I come back. Whoa!
Yeah.
Is this?
Yeah. Every time.
Yes.
Every time. No matter how tired I am, no matter how, oh man, I've got to go all the way from, it's not a long journey, nah. But I've got to go from Rio Vermelho to 2 de Julho, say like, I'm like, I can't bother, trânsito, whatever. I'm trying to give myself these reasons to not go. Every time I go, I feel great afterwards. I feel great. I feel like a different person. Even if I'm in a good mood, even if I'm already perfect, I'm already happy, whatever, I still get like to this level, you know? So if I'm here, like low, then I'm gonna be nice, I'm gonna be good. But if I'm already good, I'm gonna be excellent.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Always unexpected. I think maybe one time I was like, oh man, I wish we were still there. Like, eu saí com saudade de lá, eu queria ainda ficar, eu queria a gente, tipo, todo mundo quer sair, ou todo mundo, a gente tá saindo, eu tô tipo, porque agora é melhor a gente fica.
Yes.
It'd be great if we just stayed instead of just left, you know, sometimes it's like, no, I just want to go home, but sometimes it's like, oh man, why do we have to go, you know, but it's late, it's a good idea to leave.
So good.
Yeah. We'll stay on the topic of Acanne, but I want to just talk about my first class. The reason why I fell in love with it, with Acanne, in terms of capoeira, it was like, okay, good. I love capoeira. I love Angola capoeira. I love that style. You know, I like to stay low on the floor. I like the idea that it's a bit more mystical with the dance. It's a bit more fluid than maybe regional or contemporânea. I've never done regional, but I've done contemporânea. So I prefer regional. But the thing that I really loved, and maybe you were present, maybe talvez você chegou nesse dia. After the class, we read Marcus Garvey.
Yes.
I'm telling you now, I have never in my life been in a group of black people in general, but black people reading Marcus Garvey together. I've never seen that in my life. I don't know what that makes me maybe I've not been in the right black groups, whatever. But that, oh my God, desculpa. I'm getting excited thinking about it. But that for me was just like we're doing something here. Sabe, a gente tá fazendo alguma coisa. Isso não é só capoeira mesmo. Isso a gente tá fazendo algo aqui.
Yes.
A gente tem uma missão. A gente tem um objetivo aqui. Tá escrito quilombo, não é por acaso. Isso não é pra inglês, velho. Isso não é só, sabe? Nem sei se a gente pode contar isso, que rolou isso. A gente tá lendo um livro do Marcus Garvey.
Isso.
Pô, eu só li Malcolm X na minha vida. Essa, tipo, na minha lista da coisa pra fazer, que eu vou fazer sozinho. Mas eu tô coletivamente fazendo isso. Já tá... Do you understand? It's crazy for me. I was just like, yo, this is bigger than anything I've seen.
É isso, né? Acanne é de verdade. It is true. Acanne is true. So when we reading Marcus Garvey, I think is more to we know what we do in Acanne, because what we do in Acanne is what is in Marcus Garvey.
Yeah, it's what is written. Yeah.
I think the Black Starlight is Acanne is a
representative. Yeah.
All projects about emancipation, a black emancipation, a black a rise.
Yeah, Black Rising.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's about this. So good to me.
Yeah.
Read Marcus Garvey in Acanne together.
Yeah, in a circle.
In a
sat
circle.
down.
It's a dream. It's a dream because day by day, don't is this that so in others places in Bahia, in Salvador.
Yeah.
But there is Acanne. There is Acanne.
Yeah.
I cannot say that don't exist a place that black people together.
Yeah, come together.
Think about our existence. There is Acanne.
Yeah.
And for this, I need do something for this.
Yeah.
It's a big responsibility to me, for you, né? Because we assess this.
Yeah.
It is necessary change. It's necessary return the gift that we receive now.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Some of I think it was yesterday. Yesterday, it was a hard day for me. I had like all sorts happening with my body. I injured myself on the beach playing futebol, and it's like my last minha última aula, my last class, por enquanto eu tenho que voltar para a Inglaterra.
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday was my last class because I got to go back to London for a little bit. And but I was like, yo, I have to give it my all. I'm gonna do cinco. I'm gonna go into the hall. The cinco vezes 5 times. I'm gonna go. Yeah. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get Madsen. I'm gonna get Fabrizio. I have my list of people, who's gonna get it. None of them I even managed to juggle with. But anyway, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do all of this stuff. And and the point I was trying to make was, so I was having this bad day. Difficult day, tired, whatever. And I was like, all right, let me get my phone out and let me listen to the Mestre, because the Mestre sends messages every day. He sends a video to the group
every day,
and he's always, whatever he says, it gives you like, the motivation, inspiration, a good message. And I was like, all right, let me listen to the message today. That will help me get over this feeling, blah, blah, blah. There was no message. I was like, what's going on? Hoje, there's something wrong with today. Yes. Alguma coisa tá rolando hoje, nem tem a message.
Yes.
There was no message yesterday, right?
No, because the Mestre is travel. So some other things happen now.
He has his own life.
It's my Mestre.
But I needed my message. I had dor de barriga. I needed my message. Yeah.
Where are you?
Come on. O Mestre fala, cada seu fado, cada responsável para seu fado, né?
Isso, responsável.
I have to take that on board and just, take care of my own stuff sometimes. But I needed him that day. Man.
It's a good question because we have a honor and a privilege about training with Mestre, because other people see the Mestre one time in the year, or one time eat 2 years.
Yeah.
And I can train with my master all weeks.
Yeah.
I can talk with my master all days.
Yeah.
Is a big honor and a big privilege. Because I saw this in the last travel.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in your last trip, you and the Mestre and is it Nilza? No.
Nilza?
No, quem foi com vocês?
Larissa.
Larissa, foi mal,
Yes,
Larissa.
Larissa.
Nossa. And era you, the Mestre and Larissa, you guys went to Europe and yeah.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
And in the trip,
we were
in Lyon. And
we were in Lyon.
Lausanne.
Where?
Lyon on France, and Lausanne on Switzerland.
Ah,
okay,
very
Switzerland.
Good. Very good pronunciation.
And it's very interesting how people hope.
Yeah, I have this expectation, this hope
yes,
for
Mestre is their moment to ask
ask him anything
and training.
Yeah.
This guy.
He is the guy.
He's the guy. And I think I returned. I came back with this thing. Nah? How I need how do you say aproveitar?
Take advantage
Yes.
of the time that you have with him. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is other people don't have this privilege.
Yeah.
And it's very important to me. This.
What was it like seeing people embrace him and stuff? They would
Repeat, please. So,
what was it like seeing people embrace him? He's a big deal. He's obviously a big deal in Lyon, in France, and in Switzerland, in the United States. He's a big deal worldwide. What was it like for you when you saw people say, "Oh, Mestre," and were they like hugging him, trying to kiss his hand or whatever? Like, what was it like for you when you saw that? Did you think it was like, I don't know, maybe too much, or like really did it feel strange for you?
I think I didn't understand.
Quando você viu as pessoas como eles vê o mestre, tipo, você acha uma expectativa, uma grande coisa que fez muito sentido, ou era talvez demais, ou tipo, pra sua perspectiva, tipo, o povo, tipo, tinha alguém que tinha medo do mestre ou alguma coisa? Você viu alguma coisa que era talvez extreme?
Cara, eu vi uma in English.
Yeah, my friend, I saw a
Sorry.
Cara é foda, né? Cara. Guy.
I saw different behavior.
Yeah, different behaviors. Yeah.
Yes, different behaviors about the master.
Yeah.
Some people hope expectative with the presence of the master and know who is the master is. Other people no. Other people had other behavior.
Yeah.
With the Mestre.
Europeans are so reserved. Like, you know, Europeans are so much more reserved than Brazilians and South Americans. Né? Europeus são bem mais reservados do que...
Mas então, eu acho que tinha uma coisa parecida com o que aconteceu comigo lá no início, né? E eu acho que até mais amplo.
It was more like what happened to you in the beginning.
Eu acho que tinham pessoas que sabiam quem era o mestre.
Yeah, people that knew who you were.
Na expectativa de ver o mestre, né? E de ter um momento com o mestre, de treinar com o mestre.
They wanted to have that moment with him. That they had that expectation to speak with him, train with him.
Yes. Other people, maybe to begin the capoeira, maybe don't know o mestre in the wide form.
Yeah.
Maybe. And one thing is interesting to me, because I talk with you today that o mestre always talk with us that in Acanne the movement is the bonus. Bonus?
Yeah.
Bonus?
Let's continue.
The movements, the play, the fight, is bonus. The more important thing to Mestre is saúde,
health,
physical health, mental health, spiritual health, and financial health. Family, saúde, família e...
Pô, eu esqueci. Eu também. Eu lembro, ele falou isso outro dia. Também, ele repetiu isso outro dia. Eu já ouvi. Era saúde, família e... Cara, eu vou falar dinheiro. Não, é uma coisa de dinheiro. Não.
Saúde... I remember in other moment.
This is why you're important, Mestre, because without you, we can miss something, you know.
And other things too, like connection, ancestrality, community, connection. So, and I saw that for many people in Europe that I cross in the trip, these questions don't have a very important place in the look for capoeira. Do you understand?
Yeah, they don't. That's not the reason why they do capoeira. It's not for those reasons. It's not for their spiritual health, their ancestralidade, their ancestry. It's not for their connection to maybe the other people doing the capoeira.
Some people look for to movement. A new movement, a new golpe.
A new golpe is golpe. Na moral, I don't know how you say golpe in English. I didn't learn it in English, but a new move. A new move to do, a new attack.
O Mestre spoke about several things and interesting things and history questions and behavior questions, health questions, but some people wait to hope to a movement.
Yeah. Okay, but teach me the movimento Acanne. You know, how do I do that one?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, calma. You know, take everything in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing that caught my attention is the discourse of Mestre, né? People ask him,
yeah,
about the racial discourse, or who can who can make
who can do capoeira? Who can do capoeira?
Who
they
can
asked
do
capoeira,
him that. And o mestre always maintain your his discourse is very good. See this there. I was there.
Yeah,
I saw.
That's so interesting.
Yes.
Because
who quem pode?
Yeah, who can do capoeira? Is
Who
it
can
for
do
everyone?
capoeira?
Is it only black people? Is it white people too?
Can do capoeira. White people can do capoeira. But o mestre, the mestre, always has our answer.
Yeah, his answer
is good. Is a example to me.
Yeah. I think it's great. I think it's great. It is one of those things that, like, you see it sometimes. Some people have this opinion that this is only for these people because it originates from this culture. You know, let's just say Thai boxing. Né? Thai boxing, Muay Thai, Thai boxing. Thai boxing is from Thailand. It's in the name. There's a lot of people that do it from all over the world, you know. And it's like, is this a good thing or a bad thing? If we talk about Thai boxing, if we say it's the same, if it's the same for capoeira, that anybody can do it, does it have the same? A gente perde uma essência ou a gente ganha uma essência, assim, you know, do you win or do you lose with this sort of inclusiveness as opposed to exclusiveness, you know?
Okay.
all good. This is our podcast, and I've forgotten about the questions. We'll just go, oh crap, all right, so we're running out of time. In the beginning, for me, I was a follower and admirer on social media, where I would watch you guys doing your thing every week and stuff. And my first class or my second class, the Mestre said something like, I'm not going to call you to enter the roda. I'm not going to call you. You come in when you want. When you feel right, you come. I'm not going to tell you have to come. I'm not going to tell you need to play the instruments. Yeah? You're gonna do it when you do it. And I was like, yes, I can hide. I'm not going to expose myself. I'm just going to, if I want to go, I'm going to go in, but I'm not going to go in. I know me, I'm not going in. I'm not at that level yet. So I'm not going in. Or I'm going to go in, so no one can say, hey, you didn't go in. So I'm going to go into the roda so everyone else can say, yeah, he didn't go in. And that was like my sort of way of like training and going into the roda for like a few weeks, a few sessions. And then I was like, I want to go in. I want to go in, you know. And I think with me, it was like before, I was going in to the roda, which is like where you, for anyone who doesn't know, it's like where you actually like play, you like fight, you whatever, you know, you do the thing. I was going in for other people to say, so they could not accuse me of, hey, you didn't go in. And then it became, no, I'm doing it for me, you know? Antes era para outras pessoas e no final era para mim mesmo.
Sim.
E isso aconteceu porque o mestre não me obrigou para entrar.
Isso.
E eu falei, bom, assim eu vou esconder. Eu vou ficar, é o meu timidez.
Uhum.
Mas eu só vou jogar para ninguém pode falar que eu nem joguei. Então, e depois eu consegui entrar porque eu queria.
Sim.
After it was because I wanted to. And that came from a lot of como fala essa palavra, pô?
Fortalecimento.
Fortalecimento.
Powerful.
Yeah, yeah. And just feeling, and confiança, you know, é muito autoconfiança e confiança da minha galera também, né? Da gente.
Isso.
Porque a gente estimula também, não é só o mestre. E eu fiquei mais confortável, eu fiquei mais feliz, mais poderoso, mas sei lá. E a minha pergunta era isso. My question is this, yeah, after feeling that about myself, knowing deep down that there has been a change for me. There's something that's written on the t-shirts, it's written on some of the walls. Capoeira Cura mesmo?
To me,
Yeah.
yes. To me, I don't have doubts about this.
Yeah, no doubts.
No doubts. Capoeira Cura.
Yeah.
Capoeira Cura. And I think if Capoeira Cura, Acanne is a big hospital. Yeah.
Did you say this to me before?
Yes.
Você já falou isso comigo?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Nossa, I'm thinking, yo, I heard this in my life somewhere. It was you. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Different Cura. Different Cura.
Different cure, yeah, different. Does Capoeira cure?
Cure.
Capoeira cures.
Yeah, but
100%. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I said that yesterday. Say it again today. I said it to the Mestre. I said to the Mestre, yeah. I said to him, I just want to thank you. You know, you've helped me and all this stuff. You've made me feel so much more confident. I told him the story about the roda, that I didn't even want to go in. And now I'm just like, yeah, I want to go in. But for me, you know, I'm not just doing it so that I'm, you know, all this stuff. And he's like, yeah. I'm probably not going to say that when you leave. Because I told him that I'm going to leave. So say that when you leave. And if I'm not there, make sure you say that to everyone. And I was like, oh my God, I don't want to do that. Okay. Yesterday I said to the people and I was like, yeah, okay, cool. I did it. I did it for you, but I did it for me too, you know. But it cured a lot of it helped me with a lot of my self-esteem. It helped me with a lot of my development, you know. This idea to take things slowly, like I said at the beginning, to have a conclusion and only think about the result, you miss. Você perde muito do caminho, muitas coisas você perde quando você só foca no resultado, sabe? Sim. Então, pra mim, eu tô no caminho de curação. I'm on the healing path, but Capoeira really changed my life for the good. Yeah. É isso. Alright, galera, comunidade, just want to say a massive thank you to Luan Sodré for joining us today. He has given us such a great insight. Just want to say thank you to the comunidade that speak English only. I hope that you've managed to get enough from the legenda and learning your own Portuguese, which will help you when you're in Brazil as well, as you probably already know. So that's good. And also, nossa galera do brasileiro e pessoas que falam português também, que conseguiu, fica com a gente falando essa misturada para porra falar em dois e três línguas, enfim. Mas meu irmão Luan, bro,
Massa.
a honra, o prazer e tudo foi tudo meu. Thank you so much again for being part of this. And yeah, we need to get you back. Well, when I come back to Brazil, you come back and we talk about some other stuff too.
Yeah. Okay, I hope.
Yes, demorou. Cool. And also, guys, yes, so comunidade, make sure you like, subscribe. Luan, where can we find you on social media? How can we get you?
Okay, it's possible. My Instagram.
Yeah.
@L de Luan Sodré, L Sodré ou Luan Sodré. It's possible.
Yeah. My L Sodré.
Yes. My site is www.luansodré.com.
Boa. Okay. All right. Cool. And all the information will be on the bottom in the description too. Okay. All right. So on that note, it's obrigado, até logo, and peace.